Is it a good idea to contribute to your RRSP for 2025? In this video, we're going to take a look through the calculations, how much money you can save on taxes by contributing to your RRSP. So don't worry, if you haven't contributed yet, you have until March 2nd to contribute to your RRSP. Talk to your advisor, your RBC, TD, whoever you're with, and make sure to contribute if you're a high income earner. So we're going to get started here. You'll see we are in Ontario for our example, okay? And we have a T4 here where you have 100,000 of employment income, 4,430 of your CPP, which also includes the CPP2, 1,077 of your EI, which is maxed out, and tax deducted at 21,000. You're sitting at a refund of 531. Of course, this 21,000 is deducted by your employer on your behalf, okay? So you're sitting at 531 right now. We're going to take a look at what does that RRSP contribution do? What will it do for your tax savings? How much of a refund you'll get? So you'll go here and you'll click RRSP. We go down, we have, let's say, a deduction limit of 50,000. So we have a lot here we can use. Many of you, if you haven't been contributing to your RRSP, will have a large deduction available. We're going to say yes, we made one, and it's from January 1st to March 2nd of 2026. Description, whatever bank you're with, we'll just say TD, and the amount. Let's say we place $10,000, okay? So we want to remember this 531 refund. Okay, it becomes $3,557. That is a change of $3,000. So when you contribute to your RRSP, that's your money going into an investment. Okay, you just can't touch it until you retire without penalties. But that's $10,000 you put into an investment, you immediately save $3,000. So you can see why that's a good idea to contribute to your RRSP. Okay, so this is $3,000 that you save at $100,000 of income that you've made in the year. Many of you might make more than that, in which case it'll be better. If you make less, it still makes sense. You'll still save some money, essentially, because this $10,000 is your money. It's just you're putting it away for a rainy day for your retirement, essentially. But nowadays you have many different first home buyers plan. You can remove it and use it to buy a home with. But let's take a look at this again, and we're going to remove this $10,000. So we're back at 531 refund. What happens if you made 200,000? So you had double of that. Your CPP doesn't change, your EI doesn't change. We're going to say that this does change at let's call it $42,000, $62,000, 64,000. What is that? 63 to $64,000. Okay, so again, nothing else has changed. You're sitting at this refund because your employer deducted $64,000 on your behalf, $212. Now let's see what happens when you contribute $10,000 in the year. $4,828 saved. So you've essentially saved almost half of that. That's almost $5,000. Okay. At that point, if you're not contributing to your RRSP and you're making $200,000, it makes no sense. Okay. It doesn't make any sense for you not to do it. That is 48%. Okay. 48% that you save right there. So from this $10,000, you've essentially saved $4,828 in taxes, and you still get to keep this $10,000, right? It still belongs to you. It's just for retirement. So you can play around with the numbers here about the different types of income, how much you make, which province you're in. This was just an example for you to visually see why it is important to make RRSP contributions and take the RRSP deduction. If you're wondering what software I'm using, this is Wealthsimple Tax. This is the tax software that I think is the best one and I recommend using when filing your own taxes. If you take a look in the link in the description, if you fund your account, you'll get $25, which is really great. Again, this is the one that I personally use when filing my taxes as well. Again, if you did like this video and this video helped, make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on more practical Canadian tax guidance videos where we go over other important things such as CPP, TFSA, just in general ways for you to save on paying tax legally that the government allows. Remember, this is just general information, not personalized tax advice.